We had to take some donor parts. WFO, today we are in Bradenton, Florida. We got Project Pontiac up here. TBM Brakes. We're going to put disc brakes front, back, get those old stock factory brakes off the car. We're going way too fast now. Let's go inside. All right, we're here with Bret LaSala. He's working on Project Pontiac. What do you think? What are we doing today?
Oh man, this is a really cool car. We're glad to have it in the shop. We're going to convert the factory brakes to our TBM drag brakes with F3 calipers.
And how hard is that going to be?
It should be pretty straightforward. These kits were, made around factory components with the stuff that we need. So, we'll get it on there, get it spec'd up, and there's always variances, in production or, on older vehicles. Luckily, we know the history of this vehicle, so we know that this stuff, what it is for fact. But a lot of times, you get a car that has a spindle on it that you think is the spindle from the car, and it's not. It's from a truck or something else because it was changed throughout the years. So this one should be pretty straightforward, knowing that the car has a great history and we know the components that are on it.
Oh, look at this. We even have super stock racer Jim Schachter, Mr. Stick Shift, working on this thing. How'd you get roped into this?
Well, I know people. You.
You put that sign up at the track, man, the TBM guy.
Well, I couldn't be happy to represent TBM, and they're just such a great group. We're racers just like all you guys, and anytime we can get a chance to help somebody out and show them what we're all about, we take advantage of it. So appreciate working with you there, Joe.
Super excited. And we have drums on the back, old school.
And you wouldn't be the only one with a stick shift in here if we, fixed your transmission problem and put a clutch in here.
Oh, man. Hey, that's my street cars are all clutch cars, so I'm a brother of the stick shift. All right, you think I'm going to save some weight here or what?
Yes, the factory cast iron parts are very heavy, just the size of it. I guess probably 40 pounds in the front.
Wow.
Like 30 at least is going to be saved, for sure.
All right, what are we doing?
All right, we'll compare the weight of the factory brakes to the race brakes. So we have the hub and caliper all set up from the one side here, and I'm missing the 2 bolts, so we'll call it 11.5 pounds.
All right, 11.5 pounds.
Total rotor, hub, brake caliper, the whole
We're
deal.
missing 2 bolts, 11.5 pounds. There it is. We're actually guessing up. Those bolts are not 3/10 of a pound.
We're guessing up, exactly. We'll give it a little leadway there.
All right, stock rotor, 23 pounds. Caliper, 34 pounds.
4.5.
Heat shield.
Oh yeah.
Heat shield, 35.50.
So we're 11.50. So that's 24.
24 pounds per side.
Right.
And that's just the fronts.
Yep. So that's at 48 pounds. Our guess was pretty accurate. I think I said 50.
You said 50
Better than
pounds.
diet. Tacos are in the diet still.
Yeah. Well, not to mention the rotating mass alone.
Yeah, that's unsprung weight.
Unsprung weight. So we just did the rotor setup, 23, and then little pieces we cut off the hub. So take those off. That's not part of it. So the rotor alone is 22 pounds.
The rotor alone is the weight of both the setups.
Of all of the
front, of the whole front.
Rotor and hub alone here.
Amazing. And that right there is worth a lot of money in horsepower.
Yep. And then you add on the lack of the rolling resistance, because these are a no drag brake. So the pads are actually slightly away from the rotor. So as you're not on the brake, the pads aren't dragging. Where these brakes are known to drag. I mean, people spend a lot of time on the slides and polishing them to get that caliper floating. So you have some resistance there as well.
Amazing. What are we looking at?
No, so all of our raw stock comes in. So normally we have material coming in daily, but usually twice a week. And depending on what we're building this week, what's on the schedule, how we're planning, you'll kind of see. So we have like C-section material for our F4 calipers, or F3 side, piston material. We'll have transfer tubes, different brackets that we're making for different sizes. These could either be hubs or hats, depending on what flavor that we're doing this week. And we kind of this is where it starts.
All right.
Here it goes to the bandsaw. And kind of like if you see that pallet back there, those are all going to be XS3, our street brake calipers. But we have it staged up where we will let the saw run. It's an automatic saw. We give it the lengths, dimensions, width, and then it'll just keep running them. It'll run them until it runs out. So, and And then from that point on, we move through our, machining facility to figure out what's going where. Brackets go on the mill. We have hubs that go on our Mazak. We have hats that go on our Mazak, and a lot of really trick stuff. But walk this way. So you can kind of see that we have already material cut, and right now, Tanner, we're creating a new hub assembly for a new kit that we're going to release. So right now he's testing the current process, and once he finalizes it, he gives it his blessing, then our machine operators will come in and they'll run the rest of these pallets. This is a really trick dual spindle milling center, and you'll literally get that. I don't think we have a hub hanging around, but we're on our next facility. But this will go in as a one-piece raw material, and it'll come out as a completely finished hook. There's no second ops, there's no other thing, because it's a dual spindle setup. They could get to both sides. So, pretty trick. Obviously, he's got the milling head in the center, and then he's got a dual trucks on the other end.
Wow, super cool.
You can kind of see over here. Right now, we're running some floater brackets. So, this is your raw stock. Finished part. So this will now get ready to go to coating, and depending on if it's going to be a street kit, we'll get it anodized, or if it's going to be a race kit, they'll get nickel finish, depending on the application. Sometimes we're doing anodized on everything. So you can kind of see here, this one just runs mainly just brackets. Running C-sections right now, so some of that material that we saw earlier, it's kind of cool. You can see the steps in the process. We'll load a cut length here. It'll do its first stop. Then from there, we'll flip it, put it over here. It'll run the second op, and then from here we'll put it in it, and it'll run the milled out section. So this will actually just be centered like this, and then so basically you're always working on 6 parts at a time. So you can see we have bins and bins and bins of them. Over here we have Gary. So this is another milling center, but this is our automated milling center. So Gary runs, depending on the application, 24 hours, 56 hours, and I think that's about the highest we're doing right now. So basically we can run a full weekend on F3s, where right now we're running a batch of F4s, but you can kind of see that's all of our calipers started as a forging. All of our race calipers started as a forging. Our street calipers started as a 6061 trunk. These are all 2818 forged. So what goes in the machine, so this is an F4, so this is like what you're gonna see on like monster trucks for any type of that. And then this is what will come out. It's a fully machined caliper half. This one's more manual. We don't run a whole lot of F4s, but right now we're doing our yearly run of them. So what you can see back here though is our table. This is where we load up all the forgings, and Gary will come around and he'll pick up. What he picks up is this, and what he puts back is a full. This is a nice F3 caliper, so he'll put it right back in there, and basically at the end of 56 hours, we'll clear it all out, put more in, and turn them on.
Amazing. Hi, Gary.
So what's kind of neat here too is when we have it set up, when we're running the robot, it has a dunk tank, and it'll dunk to get all the coolant off, and then it has an automatic blower to blow everything out to reduce the amount of kind of just mess that we're making. It's a pretty neat operation.
All right, Bret's working on the master cylinder.
That's it.
Well, let's talk about your car, Bret. You are a known entity in the drag and drive world. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we've done pretty good. It's not rocket. It's a bright green Mustang.
Yeah, I've seen it.
13 model, and we use a fast-forward race engines Coyote, so it's kind of been my thing for the past 5 years now. Like, actually, the evolution of this car and the Coyote platform in general, just a personal hobby kind of thing that's led me into motorsports more, and now working for Doug at Motion Raceworks and using the car racing all the time. And we won the overall last year at 6 weeks with an average of a 6:34, quarter mile easy.
Think about that, guys. 6:34 average, and then you got to drive it.
Then you got to drive it. Yeah, so last year's race, which we're doing again in 2 weeks.
Yep,
with
coming
the car,
up.
with the new version of the car, we made 11 passes in 5 days. We made 11 passes and drove the car 900 miles, which equals 36 hours of drive time. Because it's not like you're jumping in your, F350 dually and cruising 90 down the highway with a straight shot. They have the course laid out. It's a race car towing a trailer, so you have problems along the way. So we logged 36 hours and 11 passes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's wild. It's kind of like an Ironman drag racing.
Yeah, no,
competition.
I like it. I like it. Now, obviously, what'd you say the ET was?
The average for that week was 6:34.
What's your best?
That week, my best was a 6:26, and that was last year. Now, the new car, recently we were in World Cup finals. We were entered in modified versus Renegade, and we came second place in that class, and we went 6:04 for the qualifying round, and in the finals we went 6:08.
6 O's,
Yeah.
and that's a stock block?
Yeah, so it's a factory Ford block. Now it's been sleeved. It
Yeah,
has some market
but
sleeves,
still,
but
Ford made the block.
It's an aluminum cast block that we ordered from Ford, factory cylinder heads. It's got camshafts, aluminum rods, manually pistons. We've taken this platform pretty far. It makes 3,000-ish horsepower.
Amazing. No, that's
300
amazing.
cubic inches.
That's why we're focused on Super Street, because the guys like you, very amazing. Thank you for working on my car.
Yeah, no problem.
It's the famous people working on Project Pontiac here, guys. All right, the final video. What did we just do, Brett? What happened?
Oh, we did a complete brake system install?
Yeah.
From the pedal to the caliper.
But we had to take some donor parts.
Oh, right. It had stock lugs on it, so they're 7/16, and then ours are 1/2 20, proper size. So yeah, we stole some lugs.
So there you go. Don't worry, that'll be returned. Thank you all for your effort.
Absolutely.
TBM Brakes, what a team. Great job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.